Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive an APR Stage 2 Golf-R. But before that, let's hop in the back and let me show you how much room this car has and how practical this would actually be as an everyday car. So I'm 5'11", I've got plenty of legroom sitting behind myself, and I've also got plenty of headroom as well. The owner of this car weighs almost 300 pounds and is 6'3", and he loves it. There's also plenty of room in the back for golf clubs or camera equipment. Let's go and drive this thing. Put the key here, start stop button. This car has a ton of aftermarket modifications, too much to cover all of them. But as a general little overview, this is an APR Stage 2 car, which means it has an intake, downpipe, exhaust, and a tune. We've got an APR intake, a Corsa performance exhaust, APR tune, and a whole host of other upgrades as well. Single mass flywheel, we got a Stage 3 clutch, which can take a heck of a lot of beating. Got a nice APR boost gauge here. The instrument cluster is very plain, but it looks nice, a lot nicer than the Focus RS. The steering wheel is comfortable. I wish it was a little bit thicker. I like the piano black trim. It looks nice, as well as the stitching. The seats are very comfortable, as well as being supportive. We've also got some lighting in here. When it gets dark, this lights up in some nice blue. Overall, feels like it has really good build quality, but you know what? That is not what this car is about. It is about the performance, so let's put it in first. Let's turn traction control off, hold that for a few seconds, turns it totally off. We've got different driving modes here. Let's put it into race and see how this thing does. APR Stage 2 means 392 horsepower and 409 pound-feet of torque, which is a lot in a car that only weighs 3,300 pounds. This car absolutely rips. Compared to something like the Focus RS, this car feels a lot more stable at high speeds. That's actually something you notice immensely with the Focus RS, is when you get up to some higher speeds, it feels like it wants to dart back and forth across the road, like it's not quite capable or enjoying the fact that you are going fast. This car is very, very easy to drive if you're not trying to push the limits of performance as well and put it into fifth gear. This has a valved Corsa exhaust, so if you're below 3,200 RPMs, it's not very loud at all. You get a little bit of drone if you give it some decent amount of gas in the upper gears, but nothing too intense. The transmission is okay. We've got a 6-speed manual. You've also got a DSG option. It's not the best feeling transmission, but it definitely works. The grip, though, is where this thing shines. All-wheel drive as compared to front-wheel drive in the GTI, and oh my god, is this thing fun in the turns, and almost even more so in a straight line. These cars are pushing out crazy numbers. Some of the APR Stage 3 Plus cars are running high 10s in the quarter mile, which is absurd for a Golf, which looks like a sleeper as long as you don't do anything crazy to the exterior. Got different driving modes. I like it in race mode, but with the suspension at the normal setting, so we can put it in individual in order to do that. Visibility is very, very nice out the front, the sides, and the rear. This car feels spacious, and it is really, really comfortable. You can absolutely daily drive this thing, even with a racing clutch and a ridiculous amount of performance. The car is very suitable for daily driving. Steering is a little bit lighter, even in the race setting, than I would like. A little bit more stiffness and effort to turn the steering wheel would be nice. It feels like it's not, I shouldn't say heavier on its feet, but it's not as nimble, and the turn-in isn't as direct and instant like the Focus RS is, and that's something I kind of miss. But this car certainly welcomes you to rev it up and dump the clutch. All right, let's see what this thing can do 0 to 60. Needed a little bit more gas there on the launch, bogged down a little bit, but this car definitely is very, very quick. The pedal actually doesn't have very long of a throw at all. The gas you can stab down. It doesn't feel like it has more than a few inches of travel, but it does make it very easy to blip the throttle for downshifts because there's not very big of a throw. The gearbox is pretty easy to shift between gears. Could be a little bit smoother, however. Steering wheel has a great array of options on it. You can change tracks, volume up and down, pick up phone calls, select through the multimedia system. You've got Apple CarPlay if you want it. Let's run through some of the options here on the main screen. The graphics are a lot better than something in the Focus RS, the Sync 3 system. Electronic stability control has been deactivated. I wonder if that's going to limit my ability to look through. Nope, I can still do stuff. App Connect. Let's look at the vehicle. Vehicle status. Tire pressure monitoring system. All right, got an oil temperature reading here in the main display. All right, let's take this turn pretty fast, show off the all-wheel drive grip. Oh, there's too many rocks for that. So I'll go ahead and shut up. Let's hear the sound of an APR Stage 2.